We're following some breaking news this morning. A large flare-up on the northern end of the line fire in the San Bernardino Mountains. Assignment Manager Mark Liu is live at the desk with details. And Mark, we thought this fire was more than 80% contained, right?
It was. The last update.
The new CBS News poll is showing that inflation is a growing concern. So let's get straight to these numbers. They also stress that now that we have a return to aerial firefighting, the difference that has made in this firefight from what we saw on Tuesday to what we saw yesterday, and especially last night when those fires were put out in Studio City, and the progress they've made on the Sunset Fire. Walk us through this massive data breach. How did it happen? What was exposed, and how concerned should we be? The U.S. Department of Justice announcing charges against the former translator of Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani, alleging a massive scheme to steal millions of dollars. The U.S. attorney actually just wrapped up a press conference laying out the details, and assignment manager Mark Liu is live at the desk to break it all down. Mark, this is a lot more money than was originally thought.
Way more.
We've been doing such a phenomenal job with this story, Elizabeth. The first thing I want to know is, why are we just seeing this video now?
It's a great question.
One moment that keeps coming back to me as the story surfaced. Remember in 2022 when Diddy was receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award from BET, and at the end he really awkwardly thanks Cassie. They've been broken up by then. She's married with a kid. It seemed very awkward. Have you been in contact with Cassie and her representatives, and what do they think of all of this?
Yes, so yesterday, this statement that you read a few moments ago, I was first to obtain that statement at CNN from Cassie's attorney.
And now to some breaking news we were waiting on. The Fed Reserve has announced a rate cut. It is the first in nearly 4 years. All right, so let's see where Wall Street stands now that the news is out. Positive here. The Dow is up almost 200 points right now. People who approve of Mayor Bass's leadership are actually in the minority. Okay, so the LA Times and UC Berkeley surveyed registered voters for this poll, and let's take a look at what they found. Because of the Dodgers parade, the official unveiling of the mural honoring the late Dodger great Fernando Valenzuela will be delayed until Sunday. This week's 48 Hours explores the case against Jessie Kershetsky. She told investigators back in 2018 that she'd been helping take care of a friend who'd been struggling with poor health and had found her dead at home. Almost 3 years later, she was charged with poisoning that friend with eye drops. Super Tuesday is officially underway. Polls are now open, and California voters will decide on a number of races, including one of the most watched, our state's second Senate seat. Also, hundreds of delegates are up for grabs in the race for president. Will former President Trump solidify his lead, or will Nikki Haley win another GOP contest? And if you don't have a ride to the polls, LA Metro wants to make voting a little bit easier for you, how you can ride for free. It was written by Victor Lukerson. Victor is joining us live this morning to tell us more about the book and the fight for justice, which continues today. Victor, thank you so much for being with us.
So glad to be here, Sheba.
I read your phenomenal book, 500 pages. You go in depth of what the Greenwood District was, why it was known as Tulsa's Black Wall Street, and essentially it was this beautiful, thriving black business district.
Yeah, Greenwood was actually the Eden of the West. That's what folks called it.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
Oh,
Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Was it Mariah Carey level?
Not quite, but you know what? Your energy was next
But
level.
I committed. Okay, not anymore though. Kids are learning a new version in school. See if you can pick up on the difference.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
No, you want to know why?
Why?
We'll read the rest and I'm going to tell you.
Okay, so people are learning about this from their kids or this mom's viral video on TikTok. The reason for the change, so you don't rush the LMNOP part.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I thought it was Elemento P. Like, I thought like a
You couldn't use the context clues that every other word in the song was a letter.
Listen, you know what? I think, first of all, I started kindergarten at 4, so you got to cut me a little slack. But I thought it was
There's so much happening here. And now to the Middle East. Hezbollah launched new strikes in northern Israel today after this week's attacks in Lebanon, targeting the Iran-backed group's handheld communication devices. Today is the 25th anniversary of Denim Day. It's a worldwide movement to end sexual violence. And the founder of Denim Day and supporters rallied outside City Hall this morning. Today, as we recognize the Juneteenth holiday, a new book is exploring the history of Tulsa's Black Wall Street. Heal the Bay is out with this year's report card, and unfortunately the news is not all so great. We are joined by Tracy Quinn. She's the CEO of Heal the Bay to talk more about this report. Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You guys looked at hundreds of beaches along the Pacific coast. Now, the water quality reports didn't come back so good. I know part of the problem is climate change. How has that played an impact into water quality?
I think that's the surprising part of the story, is that climate is playing such an incredible role in our beach water quality.
We're getting fancy. We've got Boa Steakhouse here, Executive Chef Brendan Collins with us this morning. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Gravy is my thing. I'm from the South. What's going on with this gravy?
Then we take chicken stock, huge amounts of chicken stock, and reduce it down to small amounts of chicken stock.
Oh my God.
So you
I
get
feel
this
like
really
you should drink a
beautiful
little
flavor.
How did I know that this was going to have an amazing story?
try
I'm
a
just going
little.
to taste a little bit.
There you go.
Oh, my little southern heart is crying. Beautiful. Now, once upon a time, couples filled out gift registries ahead of their wedding.
Now, at least one bride-to-be has requested the debit card information of her guests, not even the credit card.
What?
Rachel Kim has more on the awkward wedding bite revelation.
Guests were reportedly told they have 7 days to review the site details, after which a monthly fee would be charged.
What?
Ladies, answer me this. Why does she need your debit information?
She doesn't.
I think they should give her like a bad card or something. Like,
They should just not go. I know that
Exactly.
sounds savage, but like some of these people get so out of control. It's like, you know what, girl, have a good wedding. Congratulations, and don't go. You have the love of your life, allegedly, so enjoy that. Let's talk about something we can agree on. Sushi, some of the best sushi across the entire country, right here in Southern California, according to Yelp.
Yeah, it ranked the top 100 sushi spots, and Imari Sushi in Upland came in at number 2. How impressive is that?
I love it. I want to try it now.
Amazing. KCAL News reporter Rick Montanez is live there right now in Upland with more. Rick, who doesn't want some sushi rolls at 6:45 in the morning?
And why didn't you take me with you?
Better get
Drew and Ross, thank you so much. I just want to do this again when we're in person so I can cuddle with you guys. I want the Drew cozy experience that your guests get, okay? It's on my bucket list.
Please.
Yeah.
We're on our way. We're on our way.
I'm all wrapped up in this storyline. So for people not familiar with the series or the book, it's based on that book.
Yeah.
This is set back in the 1950s. It's a beautiful love story. You play a chemical researcher, a chemist.
Yes, I play a chemist. It's really a beautiful story because it kind of doesn't really fit into any genre.
A family in Long Beach accidentally ordered 200 chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Take a look. Documentary footage could be a crucial element to helping Olympic gymnast Jordan Childs get her bronze medal back, and the Guardians manager shows his softer side talking to his players. KCAL Sports Insider Mike Hill joining us with more. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Sheba.
I am so glad to talk about Jordan Childs getting her medal back because we were all upset. So apparently there's video that could help here.
Such a travesty, right? Everybody remember.
We are on Crescent Avenue, which the locals call Front Street. So many amazing options here. What I love, you've got restaurants, shops, eateries, all kinds of entertainment. And then just a couple of steps away, we've got the beach right behind us. And we arrived in Catalina yesterday on the Catalina Express. We walked along the pier, found all kind of great activities from scuba diving to getting on a submarine. Check out all the things we found yesterday.
Try it. It's a great sport. It'll open your eyes to what's around us.
We are at Casino Point Dive Park, where thousands come every year to enjoy scuba diving. Why? Because we hear this is some of the best diving conditions in the entire country. They say the water is clearer, calmer, and warmer. She is a hometown hero who won the bronze for USA in the Paris Olympics. After a busy few months, Olympian track star Brittany Brown joining us in person following her big win. Brittany, it's so nice to meet you in person. You were gracious enough, hey girl, to join us on Zoom right before the big race. We were so excited to speak with you. So I can't imagine this has been so busy for you. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
What has everything been like?
It has been a roller coaster.
Seth Doan is the host of 60 Minutes, A Second Look, and he's joining us live with more. Seth, good morning. Thank you for joining us. We love 60 Minutes, so I know we're going to love the new podcast. Tell us about it and what we can expect. Lake County Library is celebrating Black History Month with several great events providing education and insight for the community. Cheryl Kaw is a Black Resource Center librarian. She's here to talk about the free resources that everyone can learn from. Cheryl, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about how much we love books, which makes sense for your life. So I'm excited to hear your recommendations for Black History Month. Hey, the 67th Annual Grammy Awards is only a few hours away. DJ from Kiss FM joining us with a look at some of his predictions. EJ, so happy to have you in studio.
Thank you
I
so
see
much for having me. I sure did. You know, I had to come and show out.
Listen, I want a moment for the outfit.
That's right.
Thank
Get
you
a little
for being
outfit
with us.
cam right.
Our resident surfing expert, Sheba Turk, is joining us live from San Clemente with how the history is being preserved. Hang 10, Sheba.
Rudabeh and Jamie, I'm so glad that you feed into my delusions. I did go surfing one time and I loved it. And so we're going to stick with that story. I'm inside the Surfing Heritage and Culture Center here in San Clemente, which really takes you through the entire evolution of the history of surfing. Okay, so I pointed out this board, a surfboard, which is 109 pounds they used to use back in the day. I told you it was ridden by a legendary surfer, Dick Metz. He is joining us now. He's the founder of this center and he wants to tell the history of surfing. You started this back in 1999 and your whole life is about surfing.
Well, that's true. It is.
How many of you would eat your bread if it still had a little bit of mold on it?
I'm a big fat
I'm
no.
looking at we fight about bathing. I know we're going to fight about bread. Come on, Christine, tell your
if there's one
truth.
piece of mold, it's
Just
through
a
the whole
little
thing.
bit, not like we showed a picture of like a big green, like not if it's green, but you know how like when you got like
Do you do it on
French loaf?
cheese too?
Oh, it's totally.
Yeah, I mean cheese is already aged.
Paul,
guys.
switch seats with me because I no longer can be next to this woman. She's dead wrong. So lots of people like Christine think that you can just eat around it. But food safety expert says it is a no-no. A couple of them told Food and Wine there's often way more mold on the
Not
bread
that
than what you
bad.
see.
Yeah, you can't see. No, not that.
Exactly.
Not that.
And give you food poisoning, in fact.
Well, while you waste your money on Uber Eats,
Oh,
I'm gonna eat my moldy
Lord.
bread.
These
Christine.
you know what I love about Christine? She just says it how it is. It's my favorite thing
Or
about
she
her.
says it how she makes it up.
Well,
and that's fine too. Enjoy your little moldy bread.